YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here in this channel, man. Positive vibes only. All right, so today, very exciting video. Very exciting. This house, the House of Creed, man, they, legendary in the community. So many legendary, countless offerings over the years. Creed Aventus, Green Irish Tweed, Original Centaur, Millicent Imperial, Himalaya, Viking Cologne, Aventus Cologne. So many classic, outstanding fragrances that they have produced over the many years. And they went through an ownership change, and Creed was sold off, and now they're on a new management and new hierarchy and all those things. And we have 3 new fragrances coming down, but 2 specifically that are weeks away, at least retail. Now, these fragrances are not brand new. A lot of content creators have been discussing them, getting samples of them, and already giving their thoughts, all right? But I've stayed away from those videos because I wanted to give my own thoughts. I wanted to smell for the first time, and I wanted to give, my full, unbiased, inspired takes on what these fragrances have. So gotta shout out my great friend Miss Heather once again for showing love. She is the Creed counter manager at my local dealers here, and I was able to get 2 official carded samples of the new Creed fragrances. So we're going to be discussing Delphinus, Butcher Senior here talking, Delphinus, and then we're going to be talking about the one that's been everywhere that's being discussed is Centaurus. All right, so we're going to be talking about these 2 today. Never smelled them, do not know what they're about, haven't looked up the notes, know nothing. All right, I am super excited because honestly, I've had a refound appreciation and love for Creed over the past year or so. For a while, I had kind of gotten off of Creed, and Aventus is Aventus to me, but then just recent discovery, I don't know if it's because I've gotten older and I can appreciate these different profiles, like I've already stated, like the Vikings and the Green Irish Tweeds and the Himalayas. I don't know, I've just had a resurgence of appreciation for the brand, and it's going to continue on with, well, hopefully with these 2. So let's go ahead and get started. Don't want to waste some more of your time. We're going to start off with the one that everybody has been, not everybody, a good amount of people have given their thoughts on the new Creed fragrances. So these should be available retail wise very soon. I'm sure they'll be on discounters really soon, but I'm excited to see what's new from Creed. So here we are, we got my Creed carded sample here. They're always nice, the carded sample, so much information on the inside and on the back of them. But this is, let's see, this is Centaurus, all right, from the House of Creed. Centaurus, official Creed carded sample here. I don't have nothing on my left hand. Very excited, and let's see what we get from Centaurus from Creed. All right, so we're gonna get that. We got 3 sprays. We get a couple in the air here. Okay, already different from most Creeds that I have tried. There's a spiciness here. There's a sweetness here. It smells really good in the air. It almost smells a little bit familiar in the air, but I'm liking what I'm smelling so far in the air. It's not powerful in the air, not super strong in the air. Still has that Creed vibe in the air. If you've experienced Creed, you know what I mean, that Creed vibe. So let's see what we get on skin here. Ooh, okay. Dang, this is good. Okay, definitely getting this fresh spicy tones here. Well, excuse me, warm spicy. Fresh and warm, really. There's a tobacco. It's gotta be tobacco. It ain't nutmeg. It's a leafy kind of sweet tobacco in here. It has to be that. Almost like a little bit of a nuttiness in here, a slight nuttiness, but I'm getting some warm spicy, fresh spicy tones, a tobacco feel. Definitely a sweetness. It has to be like a vanilla or a benzoin type of sweetness here. Definitely different from what, Creed has put out before. Especially with the warmer tone. This is definitely a warm tone. So this is definitely going to be something for the fall and the winter. I do like what I'm smelling. but it does remind me of things that are already out there. So I'm going to say it's not something that's an original kaboom. I can imagine when Aventus first hit the scene, or Silver Mount Water first hit the scene, I can imagine the wave of interest with something brand new. But this is in the realms of things that are already living out here in Fragcom. No knock though, but it definitely kind of reminds me of that. Good quality here. It's getting warmer. It's getting warmer. The sweetness is still there. It's not a sickly sweet vanilla or benzoin, whichever one that is. It definitely keeps a freshness about it. But overall, I'm liking what I'm experiencing in the earlier stages of Centaurus, I believe. So let's go to the notes and see what we're getting from Centaurus. All right, so this is a 2024 release. Main accords, all right, we have warm, spicy, amber, vanilla, powdery, definitely a powdery tone to it for sure, woody, sweet, cinnamon, balsamic, tobacco, and aromatic. And you know, that's what I meant. Aromatic is the perfect word for Creed fragrances. It definitely has an aromatic push to it. Okay, top notes: cinnamon, tobacco, cardamom, and black pepper. So we picked out a couple of those early on with the tobacco and the black pepper. Sandalwood, patchouli, and there's that nuttiness where that heliotrope comes off kind of almondy like. Jasmine, geranium in the mid, and in the base, bourbon, vanilla, okay, ambroxan, benzoin. So there is a benzoin and vanilla here. Tonka, Toulouse balsam, and an ambroxan. Wow, this is good. This is good. I'm not really quite sure what this reminds me of, but I will say this is a really good fragrance from the house. It is something that I'm going to have to spend time with this sample to see if it's going to be full bottle worthy for me at some point in time. But I have enough where I can get at least 2 full wearings out of this, especially when we get into the cooler months. And that's where I'm going to really get an opportunity to see what's up with this fragrance. But initial thoughts, first impressions, I like it. Will I wear it? Yes. It's around my speed for what I like to wear in the fall and in the winter time. That great combination of warm, spicy, sweet and spicy type of vibes. The black pepper, the cardamom, the heliotrope that's providing that nuttiness in there. That benzoin, I'm a fan of benzoin for sure. With the combination of that tonka and that bourbon vanilla is a really good, there's a really good foundation with this fragrance. Date night for sure. Even a fun evening out during the cooler months. A fun evening out. This is something not too super serious. Again, the quality is there. But I am liking it. Centaurus, okay. I see you, Creed. And like I said, I've never really smelled a profile from them like this before. I mean, the only thing I could really think of that could put me in the mindset of something a little bit warmer, spicy, than maybe original Santal, because it has that powdery tone to it. It doesn't smell like original Santal, but original Santal, kind of backs away, from what Himalaya, Silver Mount Water, Millicent Imperial, and Aventus do. They kind of are like in the family tree together, in my opinion. Original Santal kind of does something a little bit different. But this is really good. This is really good. If I had to rate this right out the chute, man, I'm going to give this an 8. An 8.2 out of a 10. I'm gonna go 8.2 out of a 10. Again, it does remind me of some things I've smelled before. Not an exact dead-on carbon copy of something out there. That's not what I'm saying. But if you smelled enough fragrances, you know what I mean. That it reminds me of something, but I just don't know what. But yeah, we're gonna give this an 8. We're gonna bump it up 8.3. Out of a 10 from the House of Creed. I like what they got going on. We have the new Centaurus. And we'll see if a full bottle is in my future, especially when it gets a little bit cooler. I'll be able to come back to you guys with more of a follow-up of what I think of the fragrance, because there will be a follow-up for sure. All right. Up next from the House of Creed, here's my other card example. Now this one, I have seen no conversation about, no thumbnails, no shorts. Haven't really seen much of anything. And that's good, because maybe my thoughts and takes would be one of the first ones out there. Again, special thanks to my good friend Miss Heather for providing me with this card example, and I'm excited to see, especially coming off what Centaurus has to offer. We're getting ready to smell, I think it's Delphinus. Delphinus. I'm sure I'm butchering that. The Butcher Senior is my name. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this on skin, and I'm gonna get this on the inside of my right arm. So a couple sprays there, get one in the air. Okay. Okay. Getting a little smoky, a little spicy, smoky type of vibe with this one. Powdery tones in the air. Smells good in the air. You know, compared to what we got going on in the air with Centaurus and now Delphinus, I might like Delphinus a little bit more in the air. Let's see what we got going on skin. Okay. Okay, spices. There's a sweetness here. Definitely comes off like a vanilla. Like this comes off like a smooth vanilla. Doesn't have like that charry vanilla like what a benzoin offers, or even like a smooth ambery. No, this comes off as a smooth vanilla. If I am mistaken, man, I get like a powdery iris in here, like a powdery iris and vanilla for the majority, but there is a spice pop to this. It's not overwhelmingly spicy, but it's definitely noticeable, especially in the opening. And Centaurus is unisex, by the way. Centaurus is unisex, and so is Delphinus or Delphinus. These are both unisex fragrances for sure. Like men, women can both wear these. Oh yeah, it has a little bit of like a dryness to it. I'm not gonna say earthy. There's a little dryness to it, slightly a little bit earthy, but definitely getting a powderiness. Yeah, powderiness, a sweetness, a little bit of a spicy, like now it's a little bit, now it's kind of calming down, but initially I got like a nice, like, you know, it was messing with my nose. The spices was tickling my nose a little bit upon smelling in the air. So I do like this. Yes, I would wear this. And yes, this is another fragrance for the fall and the winter. It's definitely coming off very, very good there. This one almost makes me happy. Like it makes me happy. This one definitely brings a happiness to me, because it's not necessarily reminding me of anything, but again, it's putting me in the mindset of something else. Probably more like those like the Armani Codes, the new EDP and the Parfum, kind of in the same vein. They don't smell alike, but it definitely is making me reminding me of the new reintroduction of the Armani Codes for sure. Let's go ahead and go and see what we got here. I'm very interested into what this is. So according to our friends at Fragrantica, because it was not up anywhere, Delphinus, it wasn't up on Parfumo or any other site, but Fragrantica had it covered, so that's what we're going with. All right, so main accords: ambery, smoky, vanilla, balsamic, iris, powdery, warm, spicy, violet, earthy, and woody. So I was in the the realm of what we got going on here. So 3 notes. It's definitely more than 3 notes here. So top note, iris. So that's what that powdery, irisy feel that I was getting coming from the iris. In the mid, incense. I could see. Yeah, it's there. The incense is there for sure, but it's not overwhelming. And then the base, vanilla. So there's more than 3 notes in here. Come on, Creed. Or Fragrantica, whoever made this. But this smells good. It smells good. So 3-note breakdown, I refuse to believe that. I believe there's definitely some other notes, and maybe we'll get them a little bit later. But I must say, man, this is definitely something for like an intimate setting for sure, man. Like a certain intimate date night experience, going to the movies. Maybe you're at a coffee shop or something. There's a close seating, creating an intimate vibe there for sure. This is not loud, it's not strong. And again, I think I put about 3 sprays on my skin. It's not super pronounced, but if someone's close enough, they definitely can pick up, you know, what you're wearing, or if you're, you know, that you're wearing a fragrance. But as this is drying down, the incense and the vanilla are really doing the dance. And this is a powdery iris that is showing up here. And it's not super powdery. It's not something that when you smell it, you're gonna be like, ugh, another powder. No, 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 no. It's adding definitely some definition into some character to what this has to offer. But there's definitely more here. I'm definitely getting additional spice here outside of that, that incense. Definitely, I know that it's not the iris. I know it's not the vanilla. So maybe there's some black pepper in here, something spicy. Maybe there's a cardamom, giving off a sweet, spicy tone. But it's definitely here. This one makes me happy, man, because I'm a fan of iris. And now that I think of it, it does remind me of those Armani codes, but I'm definitely starting to channel to the the Prada L'Homme Intense. Doesn't smell like it, but it's reminding me of the Prada L'Homme Intense. So it's definitely, like I said, these two fragrances are not brand new DNA, something that's never been done before. No, that's not what you're getting here. These fragrances have been, you know, they've been inspired by something out there. Again, not carbon copies of anything, but my mind has put me in the mindset of with Delphinus of Armani Code, of Prada L'Homme Intense. And then I can't put my finger on what Centaurus smells like. But all in all, initial rating here, I'm going to give this an 8.3 out of a 10 as well. Like, the same rating has potential to go higher. Again, I have enough here for a couple of wears. When it gets cooler, I will test this and see what we got. Talking about performance and sillage and all of those things when the weather changes, because these are definitely cooler weather fragrances for sure. Again, you spend your money, you can wear your fragrances when you want and how you want them. That's up to you. But you know, with my experience in wearing fragrances, these are definitely going to be more appropriate for the cooler months. But really good here. 2 8.3s out of a 10. I'm not going to say that I'm sitting here like I'm blown away, but I do like what I'm smelling. I do like what I'm experiencing. And both of these are definitely will be in the consideration of potential full bottles, maybe at some point in time. But that's the great thing about sampling and decants. You can get them, you can wear them, and you kind of see for yourself. And with me, that's just where I am with adding things to my collection. Like, I'm not grabbing everything just because it's new, just to show you guys. No, I'm not doing that. You know, these fragrances I'm with whether this camera is on or not. So I definitely want my collection to, you know, show that, and that's just a personal choice for me. All right, but all in all, very good fragrances. If I know someone's going to ask, well, which one do you like more? So let's go back to Centaurus. No, where is it? Yeah, hold on. I'm about to say it's gone already. Man, it's good. Centaurus is good. So if I had to pick one right now, just right now off the shoot, I'll probably go. Delphinus. I know I'm butchering it. Delphinus. I would go that one. Like, if I had both bottles in front of me and say, hey, D, you can pick one, man, I probably would go Delphinus. That's the one I would probably go with. It'd be hard because I do like what Centaurus has to offer. So, how many of you guys have experienced the new creeds? I know you've seen some conversation of Centaurus out there. Not really much conversation of Delphinus. I know I'm butchering the name, but have you guys had an experience? What are your thoughts? So we'll be back with more follow-up content with these two new fragrances from the house. Of course, you'll see more and more conversations about these from more content creators, of course. But as I wear them, when the time is right, then we will have more follow-up conversations about these two from the House of Creed. So good work here. Good work here. I think these are the first two new releases, I believe, or it could have been Queen of Silk and I think it's Carmina. Those might have been the two two new releases. The first two new releases from the new Creed regime. I think these are 3 and 4, and I know there's a 5th one that is on the horizon, but really good here. 8.3s out of 10s. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below in the comments. Are you over Creed? Are you bored with Creed? Are you looking for something to get you more interested in Creed? I think they have you covered right here with something new and something different from the house. And I like that, and I can appreciate it for sure. All right, so Smell Good family, appreciate the love and support. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, comment to show love. You want to be the next member of the Smell Good family? That's all you got to do. All right, meet me down in the comments. We can talk about what you love and what I love, and that is the beautiful art of fragrances. All right, fragrances are subjective, so I love hearing the difference of opinions and thoughts and everything like that. So keep them coming in the comments. All right, so splack it up, splack it down. Splack that thing all around. Positive energy, positive vibes. Remember, what you put onto this world is exactly what you are going to get back. All right, peace, y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Splack.